Inside the labyrinth of her mind is a gateway, connecting the threads of reality to the dream world. But with dreams come nightmares. Prepare yourself for the next action-packed episode of Legend of the Brave Rose. Let her beauty enchant you while her sword slays you. Up next, only on StarPlanet Darkside.
Hey, Rookie. Rookie?
Huh?
Hey, Rookie.
Huh? What?
Rookie. What? Are you deaf?
What?
Dude, what the hell is wrong with you today?
Oh, it was something that Cal said.
Ew, dude.
It's completely shattered my reality.
Did you wash after hanging out with that thing?
Wow, Trini, you are a raging modelist, aren't you?
I am not modelist.
You have no idea how much you sound like one.
Dude, why is your reality broken? Explain.
It was one of those, what is the sound of one hand clapping kind of things.
A what?
Like if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? One of those.
What, like a Zen cone? What, are you two Buddhist bros now? Or did you just watch episode 6 of season 2 of The Simpsons?
Dead Pudding Society?
Dead Pudding Society, yes.
Yeah.
A Zen koan is meant to challenge the practitioner's reliance on logic and reason.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like that, yeah.
Will you just tell me what he said?
Okay, Trini. All right. Are you ready?
You are so annoying.
Think about this for a second. If two pregnant women got into a fist fight, that is literally a real-life mech battle between two unborn babies.
Did you two get high? How the hell is that like a Zen koan, you freaking idiot?
It's not the statement, Trini. It's the fact that the 1980s and the 1990s happened in Japan. And we never got an unhinged anime about two unborn babies piloting two pregnant women into battle.
Oh my god, why did I even ask?
Does anything like that exist? If it does, I've never seen it.
I really need to get transferred out of
Trini,
this place.
Yorokusuka Doji exists. Why not this?
Idiot, are you sure it doesn't exist?
Wait, I can ask Arius.
You should have done that before.
But seriously, I should know about this if it does exist.
Why would anyone want that to
This is playing with
exist?
my head, Trini. You don't understand.
Okay.
It makes no sense that if something like this exists,
Uh-huh.
that it would be the greatest franchise that has
Nope,
ever
that's enough.
existed across
Enough.
all universes.
Nope, I'm not even going to encourage you anymore.
Why is there no unborn baby mecha anime pachinko machines
my life.
or a goddamn card game?
Who would play a card game like that?
Arius.
Whoa, coming in hot, I see.
He's coming in an
Greetings,
idiot.
dear trap.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah?
Don't encourage him,
Can
Arius.
you look up if there is any anime about pregnant women being piloted by unborn babies
God.
like mechs, please?
You know what? I know you're serious, because that's not the weirdest thing you've ever asked me to search for, so, sure.
Please don't, Arius.
Searching.
Please.
What the hell are we doing?
Please.
One file found.
What?
Holy shit.
Loading.
This show sucks so bad.
Oh my god.
One file loaded.
Tell me everything, Arius.
It's called Excel Super Baby Jockey. Mama Mechas Go.
It's called what?
From Universe 505 and released the 13th October 1989 by Lollydoll Studios.
Lollydoll?
Why is this not on lunchboxes?
Yeah. To answer your question, Rookie, it looks like it's a hentai.
Damn it!
What did you expect?
Oh, I don't know, Trini.
Do you want me to load it up?
Yes.
What?
But no. No. We're on YouTube.
Thank God for guidelines.
Hey, Arius, can you censor it?
Oh my god.
Not the first 20 minutes.
Why?
What?
Are you serious? It's a hentai, dude.
Right, yeah. But what about after the 20-minute mark?
Yeah, that's doable.
We are not doing this. I want to finish Legend of the Brave Rose.
No, not today, but we are doing this.
No, we're not.
Oh my god, Trini, will you just let me have this one?
No, you.
This is my show. We're
Arius,
doing
can
it.
you load episode 6 of Legend of the Brave Rose, please?
We're doing
Loading.
it.
Can you
Tell me what to
dramatically
do on
tell
my
it
own
back
show.
to
We're
us
doing
using
it.
screenshots, please? As much as I don't care, Rookie's channel will get a copyright strike.
Loading.
As God is my witness, we're doing the pregnant mech anime.
Greetings, true champions of the cause. I am the tenebrous Arius Valo, and I once again welcome you to today's episode of StarPlanet Darkside. Today's episode is brought to you by Blinky Boy Streetwear, the perfect combination of anime, punk rock, and street art that is sure to turn heads. Visit blinkyboy.shop today and explore their latest lines and designs. On today's episode of StarPlanet Darkside, we will once again return to the world of the legend of the Brave Rose. Previously on Legend of the Brave Rose. The clash between Rose and Bathika erupted into a whirlwind of chaos. Bathika's attacks came fast and wild, relentless, like a storm without end. But Rose, agile and brave, weaved through the fury, dodging every strike, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. Meanwhile, deep within the dream world, young Rose continued her training beneath the quiet gaze of her wise grandmother Hikaru. In a peaceful forest clearing, Rose struggled to master the light within her, shaping energy, forming it. But no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't forge it into a true weapon. Still, Hikaru's words echoed in her heart. Even the brightest light takes time to shine. But just as Rose resolved to stay and try again, something stirred, a rustling in the bushes, and then it appeared, round-faced, smiling just a little too sweetly. "Hello, I'm Bathika," it said. "Would you like to play, Rose?" Now, as snow falls upon the battlefield, we return to the tale. Episode 6. The rose is fair, but the thorn is sharp. Snow drifts silently from the night sky, veiling the park in a cold hush, until it's split by a blinding beam of white light. The blast tears across the darkness and slams into Bathika. The creature raises its blade just in time, but it's not enough. The sword explodes on impact. Jagged pieces of metal scatter in every direction, some ripping through Bathika's own flesh. Its claw is torn clean off, and a thick shard drives itself into its left eye. The scream that follows is raw, piercing, inhuman. Rose steadies herself, eyes locked on the beast. Her chest heaves. That last attack drained her. She can feel it in her bones. Bathika turns to her, its face twisted and ruined. It roars, fury spilling from every wound, and charges. Its attacks come like a storm, wild, savage. With only one claw left, it moves with the desperate strength of something backed into a corner. Each swipe narrowly misses Rose. She ducks, sidesteps, but the creature's hoof slams into her with crushing force. She's launched through the air. She tumbles, skidding through the snow, but rises fast, sword gripped tight, feet planted. Bathika gags. Then it reaches into its mouth, clawing deep into its own throat. It tears out a pulsing ball of black ooze and hurls it to the ground. The slime splatters, and with every drop that lands, something begins to crawl out of the darkness. Shapes form, shadowed figures with glinting eyes and warped weapons. Rose's heart jumps. Shit! She bolts. Her boots crunch across the snow as she tries to gain some space. The creatures follow, quick and relentless. While she runs, her right hand begins to glow, white light building at her palm. She draws her fingers along the length of her blade, pouring that energy into the steel. Then she turns. The shadows close in fast. With every strike, she moves like a flame in a storm, cutting down the nearest creatures as their blades clash with hers. The light from her sword lashes out, severing limbs and sending their dark forms scattering like smoke. One by one they fall, their twisted essence unraveling into the cold night air. Bathika snarls, the chunk of steel still lodged in its ruined eye. It flinches, then roars, a guttural command to the remaining creatures. "Kill her!" Rose, now breathing heavily, runs her hand along her blade once more. Light gathers at her fingertips, dim at first, then growing brighter. She chants softly, words trembling on her breath. With a final flick of her wrist, she hurls the energy in front of her. It bursts apart, scattering into sparks that shape themselves into radiant figures, ghost-like and glowing white. Her own spectral defenders. They circle her like guardians, and she signals them forward before collapsing to one knee. Her arms hang heavy, her shoulders slump. Every ounce of her strength feels spent. Limping forward, Bathika chuckles, low, hoarse, mocking, as it steps through the chaos. Do you even realize what you're doing to yourself? It growls. Every bit of light you use here eats away at your life. You're dying, Rose. She looks up, eyes sharp. You think I don't know that? Bathika keeps moving, closer with every step. Still, it's a bit reckless, don't you think? Throwing yourself into ruin. This isn't the dreamscape. Here, every spell has a cost. She rises, weak but steady. You're not saying anything new. You're bound by the same rules, Bathika. Yes, but you're forgetting something. Bathika's voice darkens. I don't get to leave. If I fail, I don't go back. This is it for me. Their summoned forces continue to tear through each other in front of them. White and black flaring, colliding, extinguishing. It's chaos. It's war. It's the dying gasp of two powers burning everything they have left. I don't want to kill you, Bathika, Rose says quietly. Bathika barks a laugh. You don't look like you're killing much of anything tonight. Rose smirks through clenched teeth. Neither do you, little buddy. A faint smile touches Bathika's torn mouth. Only two entities remain. They twist and clash in midair before Rose's figure pierces through the shadow. It turns, burning white, and flies straight at Bathika. With a single swipe of its remaining claw, the creature tears it from the sky. Gone in a blink. Then, stillness. For a moment, the world stops. Bathika and Rose stand in the snowfall. Then Bathika locks eyes with her. One of us dies now, Rose, Bathika says softly. I don't want to kill you, she whispers, barely audible, her voice beginning to break. A faint smile flickers across Bathika's face. We'll always have the treetop, Rose. No, Bathika, don't. She starts, but it's too late. Bathika lunges. Steel flashes. The claw is gone, severed cleanly at the wrist. A blur of movement follows. Another cut at the elbow, a streak across the midsection, and then, with one final strike, her blade sweeps through Bathika's neck. Silence. The monster's body falls. All is still. Rose staggers, takes a step, another. Then she drops. She falls to her knees, shoulders shaking. The sobs come quiet at first, then louder, rising through her armor. She screams, raw and hollow, into the still night sky. Bathika's body begins to crumble, the pieces flaking into soot-black ash, drifting away into the snowfall until nothing remains. Again, all is quiet. Then a flicker in the corner of her awareness. Behind her something stirs. She turns. The shroud, Bathika's cast-off forgotten shell, rises slowly. Its form hovers, silent and ominous. The air shifts, darkens. Before she can react, it unfolds toward her like a mouth and swallows her whole into the darkness. Black. All is quiet. Okay, let's take a break. We'll be back after these messages. You are watching StarPlanet Darkside.
So what did you think so far, Trini?
Dude, I totally forgot about Bathika's clock thing. I thought that was just a prop for a cool entrance.
Yeah, I had the same reaction.
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, I wish I had something funny or witty to say as we're going to the break, but yeah, I'm bone dry.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I wish I could follow that up.
Well, just shut up then.
What?
Say nothing.
Do you think we can do that?
Why not?
You don't think it would be awkward?
I don't know. Try it.
Yeah, that wasn't awkward at all.
ordinary lies a place of ancient magic and dark secrets. An orphan marked by a curse, drawn into a world he never knew existed. A world of creatures, curses, and evil far greater than any spell. This fall, the battle between good and evil begins. Harry Potter.
Welcome back. Let's continue. Rose drifts through darkness, her body suspended as if in ink. Time forgets her. Her breath, if she's even breathing, feels like a memory, weightless, hollow, caught in the stillness between moments. Time slips past in silence, indistinguishable, cold. Then something stirs, a flicker of thought, a breath of self returning. Awareness floods her in fragments. There's nothing around her but endless black, still and unbroken. Then she feels it, before it speaks. Familiar, heavy. "So, you're still alive, huh?" she murmurs, her voice barely louder than thought. "No, Rose, I'm not," comes the reply. Bathika's voice, formless now, everywhere and nowhere at once. Low and distant, as though whispering from behind her memories. Then who am I talking to? A shadow, I guess. A scrap of what used to be. Maybe just a voice caught in the drift. Rose closes her eyes, as if that might stop the ache blooming in her chest. "Why did you make me kill you, little buddy?" "Because going back was worse. I was never going to win against you. I knew that. And if I returned without doing what I was sent to do, my father would have done far worse. I was always going to die there, Rose. I crossed the gate knowing that. Oh, Bathika," she breathes. A silence stretches between them, long, brittle. "I'm sorry for how I acted," Bathika says. "He was watching. He always is. I had to make it real, convincing, like I wanted to hurt you." "You were swinging pretty hard," Rose replies, a dry laugh escaping her. "You were trying to split my skull." Bathika chuckles, soft and sheepish. "Had to sell it. Truth is, I was glad to see you again." "You've gotten so tall," she teases gently. "Yeah, guess I had a growth spurt." Bathika laughs. A pause. "Okay," he says quietly. "Let me try this again, the way it should have started." The blackness shifts. A face forms in the dark, smooth, pale, no longer monstrous. It smiles. "Hi, Rose." "There's my little buddy," she says, voice cracking with emotion. "How have you been?" Bathika asks gently. "I've been okay. Not good, not great. Just okay. How about you?" "Oh, lost, angry, alone, missing my friend." Bathika laughs, a softer sound than in life. "It's been a long time, hasn't it?" Rose murmurs. Bathika catches the ache behind her words. "Remember that talking fish?" Rose snorts. "The one that cursed like a drunk poet?" "Yeah," Bathika grins. "The golden one with the mouth of a soldier." "I haven't thought about that fish in years," Rose chuckles. "Never knew a fish could be that angry, or that vulgar." "It tasted good, though," she adds. And for a moment, they're just kids again, laughing beside a stream neither may ever see again. "You got really good with energy," Bathika says. "Kinda wish I hadn't helped you figure it out. That shard to the eye hurt." "I didn't want to hurt you," she replies quietly. "You didn't leave me many options. It was a good move." Silence again, the kind that only exists between warriors who lost something they never wanted to fight for in the first place. "Hikaru would have loved that blast," Bathika says. "She'd be grinning ear to ear." Rose nods. "I can almost see her. Yeah, that big, stupid grin." "She never understood you," Rose adds. "Or us. I was always a villain in her eyes, wasn't I?" Bathika's voice is soft. "You weren't to me. I know, but to her I was always a threat. You were never that to me." "I'm sorry," Bathika says, his heart breaking. "You don't need to apologize for how you were born," she whispers. She wouldn't listen. "Not about you. I told her you were different. I can't blame her, after everything my father did. I get it. She still should have trusted me. You were my friend. That should have been enough." She was furious when she found out, Bathika says with a small laugh. "Furious?" "She went nuclear." Rose smiles, pain threading the edges of it. "Didn't mean I was going to stop being your friend." "Maybe you should have," Bathika says. "If you had, he wouldn't have found you. That's why you were locked out." "You couldn't have known," Rose says, eyes burning. "I watched him attack you, Rose. I screamed at him to stop, but he wouldn't. I watched him break you." Bathika's voice drops. "He wouldn't stop." Memories return like blades dragged over old scars, fingers in her eyes, pain like fire, light seeping out. "If Hikaru hadn't come looking," Bathika pauses, "if she hadn't found you, he would have killed you." Rose stays silent. The memories come in full now, and the silence stretches. The memory sinks its claws into her, vivid and unyielding. That was the first time she saw Zagaga. Until then, he had been little more than a name passed between frightened lips, half-forgotten warnings shared by firelight. She had slipped away quietly, the forest swallowing her footsteps. Bathika waited beneath the old trees. They make their way to the center of the forest, but unknown to them, Bathika had been followed, his figure concealed behind a form that wasn't his. The shadows clung to him, thick and oily, his spellwork layering false skin over his bones. Neither of them noticed the air change, the way it thickened, pressing down like unseen hands. Something had found them. Then the illusion cracked apart. Zagaga stepped from the dark like something ancient and starved, immense, leering, a shape too large for the night, as though the sky had opened its mouth to grin. Rose froze. Her scream tore free too late, blades for fingers, claws through her skull. The pain came all at once. A blinding light ripped through her eyes, white, violent, unforgiving. Her body thrashed. She screamed until her voice tore. Power bled from her in waves. Bathika's voice rang out beside her. sharp with panic, shaking with fear, as he begged the creature he called father to stop. Zagaga didn't even look at him. Then came Hikaru, drawn by suspicion, not trust. She hadn't believed Rose when she promised there would be no more meetings. She arrived in a flash of violet flame, blade drawn, fury in her eyes. The fight was brief, violent. Zagaga lashed out with fury, but Hikaru's blade moved faster. She forced him back, strike after strike, until he recoiled into the dark, snarling wounded. Rose lay on the forest floor, trembling, her face a ruin of blood and unbearable light. Hikaru knelt. She looked down at Rose, heartbroken with what she now had to do. "Goodbye, Rose. I love you," she whispers with a shattered heart. Then, with trembling fingers, she placed her palm to Rose's brow. Light surged again, this time with finality. The seal took hold, and everything beyond slipped from reach, locked behind an invisible door. A door Rose could never open again. She wakes in her bed, soaked in sweat, lungs dragging in air, as though from underwater. Hikaru's world no longer feels close. It's something left behind. "I never forgot that day," she says to the shadows. "Or you." Bathika's voice echoes back, quiet and broken. "He dragged me away. I saw you on the ground. I heard you scream. I saw her seal the gate, and I never saw you again, not until now." Rose can't speak. "I lost my best friend that day." He pauses. "And I never found another friend, Rose. Not like you." She swallows hard. "Is it that terrible, where you've been?" Bathika takes a breath, his voice tight. "It's ashes, Rose. What's left is coming apart. The other gates were destroyed. Their guardians sacrificed them rather than let them fall into my father's hands. His armies have crushed everything. My father's forces have burned it hollow." Rose's lip trembles. "And Granny Rue?" He doesn't answer right away, holding on, just barely. If not for Shinzai, she too would have fallen by now. He fades slightly in the dark, like a dying fire. His voice begins to thin, like smoke caught in wind. "I don't have long, Rose. Remember, please, no. Don't leave again," she says, her voice cracking. "I never truly left," he tells her, fading. "A part of me will always live inside you. I just wish we had more time." "Bathika," he offers a faint smile. "This place we're in, he can't reach it. His claws can't find us here, but the shroud is being pulled back to him." She listens in silence, afraid that even her breath might break what's left of him. "I made sure I brought your sword," he adds. "I know you are weak, Rose, but you've got one last battle to fight. Please stay," she whispers. "I want to, more than anything." He flickers, barely holding shape. "Remember the treetops?" he says softly. "We used to watch the sun set from the highest branch. You always said the sky looked like fire." Rose closes her eyes, tears spilling. "That was the happiest I've ever been," he says. "Just me, and my best friend." Her chest heaves with grief. "Don't remember me like this, Rose. Not as something evil. Remember me as your little buddy who sat beside you in the trees." And then he is gone. Silence falls, cold and endless, and Rose is alone again. The silence folds in around her, and the dark presses close. And with that, true champions of the cause, the episode comes to an end. It got pretty heavy there at the end. Damn. Rose's final battle approaches. Zagaga awaits her arrival. Will Rose survive to see the sunrise? Or is Rose destined to fall to Zagaga's evil? These questions will finally be answered next time, when Legend of the Brave Rose continues, only on StarPlanet Darkside. Until our paths cross again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit blinkyboy.shop for all their latest lines and designs. And please visit enterstarplanet.com for more. I thank you for spending this time with us. I have been your host, Arius Vallo. See you in the shadows, my love.
So what'd you think, Trini?
Yeah, that was cool. I like that whole Rose Vathika backstory. What a heart terror that Rose needed to kill her friend.
Yeah, the first time I watched it, I felt like I was watching episode 25 of Evangelion.
It did have that vibe, huh?
Yeah, it's clearly an example of the budget triangle. At this point, Aeon Flux had taken over its place,
So they could see the writing on the wall.
I have a feeling that MTV and Liquid Television had told them it was time to wrap it up.
Yeah, there's nothing like getting told your funding is getting cut to make you wrap up a story.
Did you notice the story started to speed up?
Yeah, I did. It still worked, but I would have liked to have seen Rose fight Vathika a bit more.
Well, speaking of wrapping it up, thank you for watching, True Champions of the Cause. As of posting this video, the channel is at 183 subscribers, which may not seem like a lot, but it means a lot to me. So thank you for being here, True Champions of the Cause. It truly means a lot to me. It really, really does. If you've made it this far, I've got a question. Let me know in the comments what you want to see more of. The Forgotten Chapters show has been doing well as this one, so I guess they're staying.
And Manga Subterranea.
Yeah, and Trini's show. But I've got some ideas for some new content I'm flushing out, so keep an eye out for that, and yeah.
Dude, finish the show.
I'm keeping them informed. Until next time, stay punk, and if you're not punk, become punk and then stay that way. So next time I see you, I know you've stayed awesome. Good night, True Champions of the Cause.
Bye, everyone.
Feel the energy.